What the heck, people? Happy Monday.
Mondays aren't fun. Why would Mondays be fun? You have to go back to work and school.
Yeah, well, it's Monday. I can't help it. It's Monday podcast time. I don't control the days of the week. And why does this Monday suck extra? Do you know why?
Why?
Because the time changes.
No more sleep.
Yeah, that's right. No more sleep. You're not allowed to sleep at all anymore.
You know what I mean. Less hour.
Yeah, it's harder to get up this Monday. This Monday is a tough one. This is when people are late to work and school and stuff. Have you ever been late to school?
Yes.
Recently?
No, not too recently. I wish, because then I could sleep in, but
Why were you late?
I don't remember. Probably just because of not getting ready in enough time.
Because you were like putting on your suit with your tie and your fancy shoes.
I don't have any suits.
You could for graduation, right?
Gosh, seriously?
What offer did I make you for graduation?
Green suit.
Greens. What kind of suit?
A bright green? I don't know.
Tuxedo.
Oh, sorry. Yes, tuxedo.
But my offer for green tuxedo was rejected.
It was rejected? Yes.
Because mommy said no, right?
Yes, but did you honestly think she'd approve of a green
And
tuxedo?
you're a mommy's boy, aren't you? Mommy's boy. Mommy's boy. Can't wear my green tuxedo.
You really thought that Mom would allow that?
Green tuxedos are awesome. What was my backup offer?
A baby blue tuxedo.
See? So I am willing to make concessions. I had an alternate plan for you.
Oh, yes, and a hot pink one also.
That's true. That came after the baby blue one got rejected.
Yes, and if you think a baby blue one's going to get rejected, do you think a hot pink one is miraculously not going to get rejected?
It's hot pink. People love hot pink.
Oh my gosh, seriously? It's better. She'd honestly approve of green more than hot pink.
You think so?
Yes. It's hot pink.
What about green with a hot pink bow tie and
All right.
cummerbund? The style.
Still no.
And why, by the way, do you need a tuxedo?
I just for graduation, but I don't even really need one. I can wear something else, not a tuxedo.
But that's it, right? What are you graduating from?
5th grade.
Where are you going?
6th grade.
Junior high, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yes, they have actual really good lunch there. They serve actual hamburgers instead of tofu.
So the excitement for going to another grade is strictly based on the lunch options?
Yes, because our lunch is weird. They serve red meat.
At the new school?
No, at the school that I'm going to, the meat is red.
Right. Well, that's what red meat is, what they call red meat. What are you talking about?
Red is from blood from the animal. The meat shouldn't be red. It should be brown. It should not be red.
Yeah, nobody ever likes school lunches anyway. But I bet there's other stuff that you could look forward to other than just lunch.
No,
That's right. No more handball.
I don't play handball.
What do you play now?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
I play knockout. That's fun.
What's knockout?
It's hard to explain, but you all get in a line, and then there's 2 balls, and the person behind you, if the person behind you makes it, then you're out. If you make it before they do, then you go back in the line. And it continuously goes like that. And then if you catch an air ball behind the line, you are back in. And it just goes like that until there's one person left.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds like a blast.
Especially the waiting for 10 minutes part.
So what kind of activities do you get to do? Do you get recess in junior high?
We get nutrition, which is basically recess, but I don't think it's as long. 15 minutes maybe, I think it is. I don't know.
Right. But you get out of school earlier.
Yeah, because we have short days. Wednesdays are short days. And at middle school, we don't get the short days. And in 5th and 4th grade, we get out at 3 o'clock, basically, at 2:56. but in junior high we get out at 2:40.
Gotcha. All right, so we got graduation coming up. You also have a trip to Disneyland coming up, right?
Yes, April 28th.
But why don't you explain to the peeps out there why you're going to Disneyland?
Peeps?
The pod peeps.
Oh, okay. There's this program at our school during lunchtime on Fridays where you go in and you learn about the science behind Disney rides, like the gravitational pull and like the forces of them and like the motion and all that. And at the end, you get to go on a behind the scenes tour at Disneyland and skip the line.
So what was the most interesting ride that you learned about?
There was a couple. There was trying to think. So there was California Streamin', of course, which I believe they are closing to remodel it and make an Incredibles theme.
But what was interesting about that ride?
Just how they start it, and like when you go up, they explained the whole like how your your stomach is like feels weird and like why you think you're free falling for a second on the top of the loop. They explained all of that, which I forget some of it, but.
So it made a lasting impact, so much so you don't remember any of it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, what other Disney rides did you learn about?
We learned about the water slides with like lubricants and how that affects the friction. And
where are the water slides at? Oh, you mean like the
Disney World. There's a water park and they have all different ones. So they have one that goes straight down and you go like 60 miles per hour on it. And they explained why with the lubricants and the friction.
All right, cool. And did you learn about any other rides?
We learned about all of them, but I can't name them all. We learned about this cool race car one. I forget what it is.
Did you learn about Dumbo?
There was actually a couple things about Dumbo.
Okay, so what about Dumbo?
I believe like the mechanics of how it lifts and like the G-force of it when it spins. But they didn't have too much because the whole video is like 40 minutes. So they break it up into like 20 minutes of just explaining all the different things. And then the rides are like 5 minutes or less each. So we don't get too much information about the rides, but a good amount still.
How about Pirates of the Caribbean?
There's that again about like the boats and how they float and lubricants, and then the motion of that and how it takes you through a story about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. So has that been a fun class to take?
Yes.
Cool. Do they offer anything like that in junior high?
Not really, but also on Fridays we do like experiments where we basically kind of create a Disney ride in a way, where we like go into the multi-purpose room and we build like penny boats, which mine didn't sink, so.
Awesome.
And we do like experiments about what we're doing, like gravity, whose parachute will fall down the slowest, and yeah.
Why do you think they call it the multi-purpose room?
Because it's for all purposes.
What purposes do they use it for?
Oh, let me think. Assemblies, the cafeteria's in there, performances like plays, PE with indoor days, and multi-other purposes.
So there's multiple purposes that room gets used for.
Exactly. That's why it's called the multi-purpose room.
Do they have a multi-purpose room in junior high?
I think they have like an auditorium, which is.
But is that a single use then?
I don't know.
All right. Are you excited or nervous to go to junior high?
It's more of like a thing where it's like I don't want to go because then I have homework on the weekends at no short days, and it's like.
Right. You might not have homework on the weekends, right?
No, we do.
For sure?
Yep.
Oh. And
yeah, have fun doing that with me.
I don't do homework.
Well, you'll have to.
No, it's your homework. I'm not learning anything. I'm dumb.
But what if I need help on it?
We have the internet. What's that thing called? Hey, Google, how do I do math?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Oh, crap. She can't help with that, but we'll figure it out.
No, but if you say, hey, Google.
Whoa, don't yell.
What's 12 times 13?
The answer is 156.
I don't know
there
if
you
that
go.
was right or not, but.
No, Google's right. She wouldn't
Oh,
lie to
yeah,
you.
156, because 12 times 12 is 144, so it is.
There
it's
you
right,
go.
It's right.
All right, good. So we have Google. You have to worry about help with homework. See, we're all set. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else can we talk about? This solo pod, which isn't really solo because I'm with you, this pod and a half, is going to go on YouTube because that's where I put my solo pods. And you're a YouTube expert. So what should I do to make sure that this solo pod is successful?
Use keywords like satisfying and other strange keywords that teenagers will search.
I don't really care if teenagers listen.
I don't care.
How do you get old people like me to listen?
Classic.
I would use keywords like tacos.
No.
People love tacos.
No, if you want old people, then classy tunes and 1986 radio.
I don't think anybody looks for classy tunes on
You
on
never
YouTube.
know. I will search that and see what comes up for classy tunes.
Yeah, I don't think classy tunes is the way I want to go.
We can see, but
No.
yes, I will search that right now.
No. Let's see. What else? What should I do to get more subscribers?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I guess like put it on social media. I guess. Like,
What do your favorite YouTubers do that make you like their videos?
Well, I do Pokemon stuff, so they just tell me about Pokemon news, and I don't care.
Yeah, but you watch that 88 who reads the test things. That guy right there.
What do you? Oh yeah. They're
Dang,
just
Matt
like
Smith.
I like funny ones. So they're funny. I like funny.
Ah, damn. Well, I can't pull that off. So you're gonna have to think of something else. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. This might need some work. We'll have to think about that one longer. Speaking of Pokemon,
Yes.
anything interesting going on in Pokemon World?
Just an event with the windy type stuff.
But that'll be over by the time this airs on Monday, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do we think is coming up? If you had to speculate, what do you think will be either new ones released or events coming up? What do you think is coming up?
Hopefully, the EX raid will be changed to Mew. I don't know that. I can't confirm that. I don't know anything. I'm just saying. Hopefully, it is.
Okay. And
I don't know.
you don't know.
No. What is it?
Oh,
I thought you just saying we're waiting for me to say
oh
it.
no, I don't know. I don't know. This was all theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so have they released all the Generation 3?
They still haven't technically released all Generation 1 or Generation 2.
But, I mean, the majority of them, like, could Generation 4 be next coming up here in the summer? Because summer
Yes.
is their prime time when the most stuff happens on Pokemon.
Yes, but they have to wait till majority people get all of Gen 3, which we still haven't, and we're pretty top of the game.
But we're pretty close, aren't we?
Like 6 more.
Yeah, that's not that far off. Yeah.
We still need all of the unknowns, which won't.
Well, that may never happen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What else did I want to talk to you about since I have you here? I have your undivided attention. We talked about school. Oh, how's Lucy doing?
Terrible.
So she has the flu.
Influenza B.
Yes. And at her peak, she had a temperature of 105.
Yep.
But now she said today it was pretty close to normal, right?
I don't know. I never. I'll just trust her word on that because I never saw her. So, well, I did see her, but I just gave her the stuff that you wanted me to give her, and then I was like, "Peace out."
Yeah, and that was I gave you medicine to give her, right?
Oh yeah, and she's been sick all this week, so she's had time to watch all the movies on our recorded list. So her and my mom were talking one night about how they liked Karate Kid 3 and not 1. I was like, how do you have time to watch all 3 Back to the Futures, all 3 Karate Kids and all this? How do you have that much time?
That wasn't even my question. She did tell me that yesterday. She said she's just had nothing but time, and she's watched a whole bunch of movies, including all 3 Karate Kids and all 3 Back to the Futures. And I thought, why those movies? First of all, I'm pretty sure Karate Kid 1 is the only good one of that series.
Yeah, it is. They were talking about that.
And then I know people like the other Back to the Futures, but I really feel like Back to Future 1 was the only good one of those, too.
She's never seen it. And majority of the kids at her school, I believe, have. So.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a big movie with kids right now?
Well, it's not a big movie with kids. It's just kids have seen it. And they're like, oh, yeah, Back to the Future. And they know what that is. They've watched it. They've seen it. Yeah.
What's do the kids at your school talk about Black Panther?
No.
Do they talk about
No movies.
no movies? There's no popular.
They're just like the kids at my school don't talk about any trends besides fidget spinners when those were big. And
But they're not big right now.
no,
What's the big popular thing right now?
squishy food.
Squishy food, yeah. But that's been popular for a while.
Yeah,
It's still
still is.
popular?
Yep.
Kids bring it to school?
You're not allowed to bring it to school. They'll have to confiscate it.
Oh, no way. What do? Squish it and put it in their pockets if they take it from you?
They take it away from you till May, no matter what. Parents can't come and get it.
Parents can't come and claim your squishy food?
They can't. They don't let you. They'll just say no.
Say, sorry. Why don't you explain to people what squishy food is for people who don't have kids and don't know?
All it is a foam thing that's painted to look like a food, and you squish it, and then it rises up, and then you squish it again, and then it rises up,
Okay,
and
but
you
what
squish it again.
what do the good ones do?
They slowly rise up.
Yeah, they're slow rise, right? So if you have a good one, it's slow rise.
Yes, but it also takes longer to squish it.
Yeah, they're a little harder to squish, right? And you have some on the table, and what's wrong with those ones?
I ordered them from China.
And what did I tell you about stuff from China?
They may have lead poisoning.
Yeah, it could have lead paint. That stuff's not tested, huh? So now you have disease, squishy food.
We don't know if it has lead paint or not.
But you're basically trying to poison the world with your squishy food, aren't you?
It's not my squishy food, it's China's squishy food.
You bought it.
Yes, I didn't know I had lead poisoning. You told that to me after I ordered them.
Well, that's what you get for ordering stuff from China without asking, right? Yep.
The whole point is if I was to ask you, you'd say no, because that would be a waste of money, and you should save them in your savings, which I never let you use the money from.
You're yelling. Quit yelling about squishy food. People have, like they're trying to listen and you're screaming at them about squishy food. I've never seen somebody so angry about squishy food. That's what you get. See, maybe I think the lead in the lead toy, the lead paint that the toys are made with that you bought has caused you to be angry. Do you know that back in the 70s and earlier than that, there used to be leaded and unleaded gas?
What's that?
Some
gas?
car used leaded gas and some used unleaded. Leaded was regular. And somewhere, I believe in the late 70s, they outlawed leaded gas, which actually had lead in it and released lead particles. And they found many years later, after studying the what had happened when leaded gas went away, that violent crimes actually went down. That the lead could have actually made people be more violent. And they replicated these results in other parts of the world where they had eliminated leaded gas. They found that violence went down when leaded gas was alleviated. So I think the lead in your Chinese toys is making you angry and violent.
I haven't been violent, just angry.
I don't know. You seem like you could snap at any minute and attack me like Tommy Lee's kid.
What's that?
Tommy Lee's a rock star and his son punched him in the mouth.
Oh, so like that, but not Menendez? Not Menendez?
No, he didn't kill him. He just
Oh.
punched him. Because he was exposed to lead squishy food like you.
I'm sure lead squishy food wasn't around at that time.
When Tommy Lee's son punched him?
Yes.
It was last week.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what you're talking about way back in the 70s.
no, I was talking about way back in the last weekies.
I forget from then.
But I think you might have anger from your lead hamburger cat, your squishy lead hamburger cat.
Do not question the cat.
And what's the other one? Is that a apple?
Yes, it is an apple. I didn't know it was that hard to identify.
It's hard to see from here. It just looks like a red ball.
You have old man eyes.
I do have old man eyes. That's what happens when you, I don't know, get old, right?
I have better than 20/20 vision.
Good. That'll make it easier for you to spot the lead squishy food that you buy. And then how's baby Juniorson? I know you don't like him anymore.
He's in the bag right now.
Sometimes you neglect him, don't
No,
you?
I don't.
Sometimes you forget him at mommy's, don't you?
Oh, seriously? Once, and now this happens.
Because you neglect baby Juniorson. Baby Juniorson has a lot of fans out there. A lot of people
You haven't
follow his
posted in like
Facebook.
3 months.
I put a story up there not that long ago about monkeys being mad at somebody or something.
Yeah.
There was something about monkeys. But Baby Juniorson has fans, and they would be disgusted to know that now that you're full of lead-poisoned anger, that you neglect Baby Juniorson.
1 week. 2 days over the weekend. And now
Just left him by himself crying in a corner somewhere.
it was in my bed.
So sad. So sad to see someone who once loved Baby Juniorson so much turn on him.
Oh my gosh. 1 week. 2 days.
Makes me so sad.
It
I
was
really,
2 days.
we really need to get you off of the Chinese squishy food so that you can be nice again.
It was 2 days.
I don't know. It seems pretty vicious.
2 days.
2 days. Are they this week on March 14th? They are having the gun violence protest where kids are walking out of school. And I know at Lucy's school, Lucy has organized a protest at her school so that the kids don't actually leave campus. They're allowed to leave their classes at 10 a.m., I believe, and go up to the field for 17 minutes. Is there anything planned at your school, or have they told you anything to do or not do at your school?
Nope, nothing.
Nothing? So that hasn't even been brought up at your school?
Nope.
Huh. Are you going to do anything?
I don't know. I mean,
Probably not. You're on the student council at your school, right?
no, I'm not. I was kicked off or fired, in other words.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, at the end of the semester, you only get to do one semester.
I did
right?
get one last speech, though, technically.
One last speech.
Yes, it was the Pledge of Allegiance because I filled in for someone at the assembly.
Well, that's not really a speech.
It was. I speeched the pledge. I went.
No, you led the Pledge of Allegiance.
No, I speeched it.
You did not speech it.
Yes, I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not speech it.
I did speech it.
I think you're...
I think you don't know what I speeched. I think
I think you
speeched it.
led the Pledge of Allegiance at an assembly.
No, I speeched the Pledge of Allegiance at an assembly collection.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how it
I'm
works.
pretty sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it is not.
I'm pretty sure it is indeed.
So, what else is going on in Bingland? What other things are interesting? What are the popular video games or apps right now?
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I've read a lot about how good the Nintendo Switch is. Even
Nobody has it at my school, though. Too expensive.
it is very
Although
expensive.
half the kids live in the fancy zone of Oak Park.
The fancy zone.
Where all the
I
big
have
houses are.
I've read that it is an excellent system. All the games are pretty awesome. I've read reviews like in CNET and on gaming websites about what a great system it is, and yet I don't know anybody who owns it. And I think it is because
I
it's
saw
pricey.
one guy at Starbucks with
Well,
it, and
yeah,
then
but I mean, of
realized-
people I actually know to get a review, it has some really cool games, and I would love to try it out at some point. But we do not. We have Wii U, right? And what do we like to play on Wii U?
a couple of games. We play Mario Kart 8, which is your favorite.
Yes.
I play, well, Lucy, I think like Smash Bros. I like 3D World and Toad's Treasure Tracker and Smash Bros.
Awesome. What are the popular apps right now? Phone apps.
Snapchat.
No, you like that stupid trivia
No,
game.
I'm not saying what I like. I'm saying what other kids at my school.
Yeah, but Snapchat's been around a long time.
I
That's
know,
not new.
Still, there's nothing. I mean, that trivia game, I'm only like a small person. Actually, at the Odyssey tournament, I saw like people behind me before a show that I went to see started.
Why don't you tell
they were
people
talking about it.
what the premise is behind the app and what the name of the app is?
All right, the app is HQ. That's all it's called. It's HQ Trivia, and every weekday at 12, like at lunch, there's a game. And every night at 6 p.m., every day, there's a game. And what it is you go on and you play trivia. There's 12 questions. And at the end of the 12 questions, if you get all of them correct, you win a share of however much money is for that round. You win cash, and then they put it in your PayPal account or whatever you have. Once
so,
you get over
example,
$20.
how big is the the pot usually?
The usual part is $2,500, and on Sundays they have an extra big
Okay.
round. And then sometimes on at noon it will be 1,200.
And what's the most questions you've ever got right in a row? Because you have to get them all right in a row to win, correct?
Yes, they get really hard. The most I've gotten is 5.
And out of 10, right?
No, 12.
12 out of
And
12.
sometimes 15.
Okay. So you've got 5. I had a coworker who won once. But she got like $12 or something.
Oh, so she was never able to redeem it.
Not yet. Yeah, I guess.
She has to win again.
Yeah.
She must win again.
But I know that that's pretty popular right now. And then what's the one you play? You've been playing a lot. Is it this snakes one or the
Oh, yeah, Snakes and Blocks. That's fun.
snakes and blocks?
It's like where you run this chain of like dots through different blocks, depending on how much number of dots you have. And it bursts through the blocks, and then it total adds up how many blocks you crushed and how many dots you used. And you get points, and you can get new skins, and it's fun.
All right, awesome. Well, I think this is about it for our solo pod. Anything else you need to tell the people?
No, nothing really.
All right. Well, Stench had to work overtime tonight, and that is why he was not around. He should be back tomorrow, but this was Bing and Jack for a little solo pod fun. And remember, if you subscribe to this Dad Jack YouTube page, you will be notified every time we post a lovely video. So be sure to click that little subscribe button, and also in the comments write your favorite app for Bing to try, and maybe I'll get him to try all the apps that people suggest, and he can review them.
I'll try. I can probably do that. I'll just delete Snakes and Blocks. Teary eye, but yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, so maybe we'll try that. Well, you can put them on the iPad to try them.
Yeah, I can do that, but I can also just put it on my phone and then try it and then tell you how they work.
All right, so that is it for the solo pod. We will be back, like I said, with Stench tomorrow. So until then, jack off. Say bye-bye, Bing.
Bye-bye, Bing.